It's always a pleasure to see everybody out here, all the entrepreneurs and everything. You know what we have here is a truly special. We have a family of thousands of people. At times, you have to feel good about who you are and where you are in real time. And there's no other place like convention to reboot your commitment. You know, it's like JR always says, you have to take the governor off your car. I know most of us are driven, but you never drove like when the governor's off the car. You got to let yourself receive all the blessings that God has for you in store for you in your life. These guys here, been in the business for so many years. I'm talking about the pioneers. I look at them as like the offensive linemen. They push through so us new unfranchised owners could rush through the middle and go into the end zone. We're here to celebrate wins. In life, there's no do-overs. You can't rewind time. And if you haven't figured it out, time is everything. Money is time, and time is money. And it's time to wake up, because life is not getting any easier. You know, maybe I'm a little bit older now, but I never felt a bigger sense of urgency in my life. When I'm looking at y'all, I'm looking at a world of diversity, a world of different religions, different ethnicity, people of different backgrounds. If you stand up and look at everybody in this arena, you could get a glimpse of what the world really looks like. This convention is made of people with hunger and the passion to be successful unfranchised owners and entrepreneurs. You're here today because you're not afraid to dream big. If I went around to a couple of elementary schools and asked the little kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? One would say an astronaut, the president of the United States, Michael Jordan, a movie star, maybe even a scientist. If you don't know where I'm going with this, what happened to our imaginations? What happened with our ability to dream big? I'll tell you what happened. We let negative people get in our brains and cast doubts on our biggest dreams. So you see, you start to settle for things far less than what you ever dreamed of. Sometimes things can happen to you to bring you really, really down. But hold up. Let your darkest moments bring you the most clarity. Let your darkest moments bring you your most clarity. You find out who's really with you at them dark moments. I always like to tell this story about my brother I discovered, DJ Khaled. Hold the teleprompter. I always like to tell this story about my brother DJ Khaled. A couple of years ago, no more than 2 years ago, he put out all this work into this album, this energy. And when he put out the album, it really didn't sell. And when it didn't sell, a guy he had signed, an artist that he spent over $5 million with, told Khaled, Khaled, if you can't even sell, there's no need I should be signed to you because you can't even make your own self sell. So Khaled would come to my house every day on his jet ski to my pool. And he was stressed out. He would be stressed out every day telling me, Joe, I don't know what I'm going to do, whatever the case. What happened was Khaled went home one day and discovered this new app called Snapchat. And because he wasn't doing so good, he got on the Snapchat and he would run every day and talk about, this is humble talk, cloth talk. I want to feed my flowers. I want to lose weight. I love everybody. The world ate it up and it's become an explosion ever since. Khaled is one of the most successful guys in entertainment today. I can't even tell you the amount of money he made, but it came at his darkest moment. You never know when you're going to get blessed. Okay. I think, for real, I like to think that bad times are a blessing in disguise. God wouldn't put you through it if he didn't think you could make it through. This makes me think of the time when I went to jail. It's a really tough time for my family. I remember when I went in there, a young guy came up to me and said, "Yo, Fat Joe, are you going to join the 40 and over basketball tournament?" It's like 40 and over. I'm Joe Crack the Dawn. What is, you crazy? See, he sparked an idea in my mind that was really, really hard to erase. See, out in the real world, I've been rich and famous for over 20 years. I've been running around thinking I'm still 22. Well, welcome to reality. I had to reflect on my mistakes and missed opportunities I had in my life. I had to realize that my window of opportunity was trying to close in on me. So I taught myself all I needed to know about Market America and got my music career back on track. And I've been successful ever since at both things. Your darkest moments bring you your most clarity. My friends, it's time we take action. See, the truth is the middle class is getting swallowed up like a sinkhole. It's not designed for the average people to make it. This is actually the only platform that gives you an even playing field. Stop the teleprompter. What I'm saying to you is that this is the only place you can be your own boss. It's the only place you can own your own business and choose your own destiny. It's very important, regardless of education, where you grew up. One thing I know for sure is nobody's going to give you nothing for free. That is a fact. We often worry about what people think of us, how they look at us. But the truth is, some of these people are the people that if you were stuck in the desert, most of them wouldn't even give you a glass of water. Listen, when you get in this business, everybody has an opinion. The truth is, everybody has their own destiny. And even though we go through tough times, there's always a lesson in the tough time. And I believe that that's the reason why you all here today. From all those tough times, this is the place. You don't want to be your own boss. You want to set your own schedule. You want to work when you want to work. You want to take power back into your own hands. If it's not, if you're going to be successful, but when you're going to be successful. It's just a matter of time. If you stick to the plan, I'll tell you something. It's always the ones closest to us. Ain't it sad? Stop the teleprompter. It's always the ones closest to you. Jealousy is hurtful. I remember many, many years ago, I had my first single. And I went live on the #1 television show at the time. It was the Arsenio Hall show. I remember I jumped on an airplane back from LA to the Bronx. I rushed to my old neighborhood to see my old friends because this was my moment. This is when I made it. So when I got out the car, there was like 10 of my closest childhood friends. You got to understand, I went to kindergarten with these people. So when I see them, I'm smiling from cheek to cheek, and I'm like, oh my God, yo, yo, yo. They turn around. 7 of them were jumping higher and smiling more than me with laughter and love. But 3 of them had frowns in their face. This was the first time I had ever experienced jealousy on this level. That moment changed my life forever. See, not everyone's going to be happy for you. Sometimes it's the ones closest to you that doubt you the most. If you believe in Market America, and most of all, you believe in yourself, then you have nothing to worry about. See, the plan is already laid out. It's been proven over 26 years. You don't have to crack a code. The work is already done for you. Just follow the plan. Stop the teleprompter. When I sit up here and I hear passionate stories of people coming from Asia and other parts of the world in search of the American dream, and they come here and life was hard for them, and they got into market America. Some of these guys, with no disrespect, barely know English. They come up here and they say, we follow the plan. We follow the system. There's no need to reinvent the system. The plan already works. You just got to follow the plan. And I believe that everything in life has prepared you for this moment right now. The good times, the bad times. See, when one door closes, 10 doors open. I really believe that. See, we finally figured it out. We got tired of working 45 years for somebody else. Market America has taught me to walk in traditional workplaces with a conscious eye. It's sad, but nowadays when I walk into companies to have meetings, I say, man, all these people are going to be fired. It's truth. There's no security, and what's worse is they seem to fire you at the worst times. You know, my father was a baker. For over 13 years, he worked for the same company. I remember as a little kid, he started arguing with his boss, and he got fired. We thought he was the logo. You know how you see the S for shopping annuity? We thought he was the logo of the bakery. So they fired him. It's a big, it hurt him so much, but it was a very big lesson for me to learn at a young age that no job is safe. I've been my own boss ever since. And let me tell you something. We went, he had $1,000 saved. We went and we bought a bunch of toys wholesale because it was Christmas time. We went up to Washington Heights and we sold them for a profit. This is where I learned how to be an entrepreneur, be a businessman and own my own business. So you got to see, there's always a lesson being taught. And I like to think my life is great. I made some good money. But when I compare it to JR, I said, damn, he's made tons more, huh? You see, the reason he's made tons more than me and all of us is because the man has always dreamed bigger. He never set levels on success. He went from one mountaintop to the next mountaintop. See, he's always had the passion. He's always had the drive. He's always been an unfranchised owner. He still goes from house to house. I see you in the UK, JR. And I see, stop the teleprompter. I see you up here. I see you talk fit Bronx too. I've seen you talk. Matter of fact, one time, I wasn't in town, and they brought JR to show the plan in the toughest neighborhood in the Bronx. And everybody was calling JR like, JR, don't go there. Don't go there. And I was like, yo, JR. JR wouldn't answer my call. When I got the pictures of the presentation, he was laying down on the floor showing the plan. You can't stop this man from showing the plan. He's scared of nothing. We have to dream bigger. You say you trust the plan. You say you understand the plan. And it's nothing like seeing it through. You have to know your why. Why are you doing this? Is it because of your family? Is it because of financial security? Do you want to send your kids to a better school? Do you want to own your own house? You always got to have a why. See, I do it for residual income. See, I work from concert to concert to concert. And by the time I get back home, my family, they got expensive taste. They spent the money already. So I got to get back over there and start shaking my thing so I can make more money. But there's nothing like your money working for you. We saw the Jerry Siciliano Award. This man worked 4.5 years, built the business, and his family's been eating off of it for 20 years. Who can convince you? Shout out to Team Fat Joe. I met two young fellas that just got on the team. They're about 18 years old. He said, man, everybody says that maybe I'm getting scammed or something. I said, bro, we've been here for 26 years. We made over $8 billion. There's over 400 people made $1 million over and over again. Let those people tell you how you're going to make some money residually. This is the truth. That's why I stand up here with y'all. Can't nobody talk me out of it. I'm here. I'm a lifer. You know, so many times I pray to God. I'm a God-fearing man. I ain't going to lie to you. I may be a gangster rapper, but I love God. And boy, he's the truth. Boy, he's the truth. I've been stabbed. I've been shot. I literally had bullets go like this and make a U-turn. I say, God, I know you ain't saved my life so I can make a rap song. I know we all love music, but there's no way you can forgive me for all the stuff I've done because I rap. With that being said, you never know how God is going to use you. A couple of months ago, we had a tragic Hurricane Maria who devastated Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. I was sitting in my couch so devastated. And I was looking at this TV with despair. I couldn't believe what was going on. And I remember my wife telling me, you better go all out for your people. So I said, don't worry, I got this. But you know, I'm Fat Joe from the Bronx, from the projects. What am I going to do, right? So I teamed up with a bunch of my friends. I teamed up especially with Mark Ashley and JR and Lauren. And not only did they help me financially, but they were by my side all the way. So we got these airplanes that fit 200,000 pounds of food, women's hygiene, canned foods, waters, batteries. We filled... See, we paid for the planes, but we had to fill up the planes. And that's how we did it. We did it the old-fashioned style. Good old one-on-one marketing. People leading the people. We spread the word and said, we and Jacob Javits, bring some cans of food, bring some water down. And we were looking for 200,000 pounds, and we collected over 3 million pounds. God is great. See, you saw that clip earlier. You know, it's been a dream of mine to be on CNN. And the one time I was on CNN, I couldn't help but to say, my mentor, J.R. Ridinger, tells me that there's no bigger power than people power. I wanted to let him know what we got here is real. This is a true family. Doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, you're white, you're Asian, you're black. We love each other together. We fight for each other. Before I leave, I want to tell you one of my greatest stories. This story is about the invisible train. You might have heard the invisible train. He convinced me to say it in the bathroom yesterday. He said, tell him the invisible train, Joe. So now a lot of y'all who didn't hear it, let me tell you. I believe that in every man's life, every woman's life, regardless of what you are, doorman, a salesman, a baker, whatever you are, an invisible train comes in your life. It's invisible so you can't see it. It seems risky. It seems hard, but when you get on this train, it'll take you to financial freedom and success. When I was signed to Relativity Records in like '93, I was like this, one team, one dream. So I'd be in there every day in the record company office, and I'd be like, yo, how we doing? And other rappers, I had a gold chain, little apartment, beautiful wife, nice car. One day, the owner of the record company rushed in with a videotape. And he said, look, I want to play you this video. I want to play you this video. And then Team Spirit was like, let's go. He plays the most amazing video I've ever seen in my life. It looked like he spent $1 million. So I said, well, how much money you spent on this video? And he said, Joe, I spent $1 million. I said, well, you only spent $7,000 on my videos. So it hit me so quick that this guy doesn't believe in me like he believes in these guys. And it takes money to make money. So I immediately rounded up the sorority, the troops, couple of rappers you might not know of, or you might. And I said, listen, they don't care about us. We got to go. They were like, Joe, I got a gold chain. I got a car. I got an apartment. I'm good. I was like, yo, we're never going to be our fullest potential here. We got to go. So I convinced the owner of the record label, yo, let me go, whatever the case may be. This was very risky for me. I only had one hit out at the time. Sure enough, I didn't know that I was walking right on to the invisible train to success. 6 months later, I owned my own record company. A year later, I discovered an artist named Big Pun that went on to sell 2 million records. See, the visible train always seems risky, and it comes in everybody's life. My friends, I believe the invisible train is in this arena here tonight. It's your time to jump on this train to success. Believe in Market America. Believe in the plan. I love you. God bless you, y'all.